Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of DesignTech. And in today's episode, we are going to be working our way towards possibly getting a big reactor set up, maybe even in this episode. We're very, very close to being able to do that, and I think we can pull it off in this episode. Let's go ahead and pulverize up some blaze rods to make blaze powder. And what I want to do is I want to make one of these guys, a lava crystal. And we're going to need a few different things for that. Do I not have an empty... Oh, I do have a lava bucket on me. Awesome. Cool. So we'll need 4 blaze rods. And then we're going to need some other stuff as well. I believe it is 4 blaze powder. And we need to make some fire charges. So coal, gunpowder, and blaze powder. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... Why is this, that's not, no, that's not where that goes. I'm not sure why that's in there. Anyway, that's a little weird. Okay, so let's make 4, oh, actually, we only need to do that recipe twice. I forgot that's a recipe that outputs multiple. Anyway, so there we go. That gets us this lava crystal, and that can be put on our hammer so that it auto-smelts stuff, which is pretty useful. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I would really like to get fortune on there. We're not going to be able to fully do the fortune right now. We don't have enough slots for it. But we can get a decent amount on there. Unfortunately, I only have 1 open modifier right now. Just 1. So that's the thing. But let's go ahead and put this stuff aside for the moment. Actually, I may actually be better off making a new hammer, because I'm going to have to make a new hammer again anyway. Maybe I put the lava crystal aside just for the second, just for this moment, and we'll see about possibly sorting out a better hammer. So here's what we can do. One of the new additions to DesignTech since Season 1 is simply jetpacks. And I'd like to make myself a jetpack here, so we're going to need a few different things for that. We're going to need a redstone flux capacitor, and actually I'm going to want a couple of these for various different things. So let's go lead ingot, sulfur, what else do we need? We need, if I could click properly, there we go, copper and redstone, okay? So let's grab some copper and some redstone, and I'm just going to turn that all into ingots. And let's make 2 of those guys, actually. And then for this, we're going to need... Wow, that's a lot of copper. Okay, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll make 4 copper gears. And then we also need silver, which I may not have smelted at the moment. Let's just throw that into here. And I'll throw almost all of it in there, but I'll throw a little bit of it into this guy so that it will pulverize a little faster. And that's all osmium and yellowite, which I will need later. Okay, we're also going to need the leather strap, and that was like that. There we go. I think that's all the leather I need. And then last, we need a couple of leadstone flux ducts. I will need more of those. So let's grab, let's see, what goes into those? Redstone, glass, lead. Okay. Glass, redstone, lead, got it. No problem. We'll just make 6 of those because I already have a few. And I've got some silver here, so we'll go... silver. There we go. Anything else I need? I only need 1 of those. And then this other one is copper, right? Oh no, for each of these I need 2. Yeah, because I gotta make that thing twice. Okay. Let me get everything put together for this recipe, guys. I'll be back with you shortly. All right, there we go. So we've got ourselves the leadstone jetpack. Now to upgrade that, which I want to do, I'm going to need a bunch of invar. So let me work on getting to the next phase, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to go ahead and upgrade to the hardened one because I need bronze, and for the bronze, let's see, for each one of these, I'm going to need 4, 8, 11 bronze ingots, and I don't, well, actually, I probably do have enough now that I'm looking at it. Never mind, disregard. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got everything now to make the, oh, I forgot one thing. Okay, so I need 4 of those, right? Yeah, 4 of these hardened flux ducts. So let's see, how many leadstone? Of course I don't have enough leadstone. Ah, man, I'll tell you, the struggle is real. That's all right. Let's just go ahead and make a few of those. There we go. And now I should be able to make 6 hardened, looking good, and 2 reactant dynamos, and then it's, let's see, redstone underneath, right? Yep, redstone underneath, hardened flux ducts there, this redstone reception coil on top, and invar up here. That will make 2 of those. There we go. And then last but not least, we just got to make this guy. And that is like this, that one there, this here, and invar, and there we go. We got ourselves a hardened jetpack. Now, I would like to make a hardened jetpack. So let's just see, we need tin and iron for that. And let's grab a little bit of this. Make iron armor plating, and then to turn it into bronze, I throw it into an induction smelter with 10 bronze ingots. Will it work in here? No. No, it won't. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a couple of machines. We're going to need an induction smelter, which is this guy right here. And I'll need, looks like, 2 invar gears. And a redstone reception coil. That's electrum, not gold. Let's just grab this. There we go. Like so. And I don't know that I have any more tin at all. I'm like super, never mind. I've got 6 blocks of this stuff. Just kidding. Wow. Go self. Let's go ahead and make a tin gear. And then we can make the basic machine casing. And I also need a bucket, it looks like. So there's our induction smelter. And then the other thing that I need to make is the energetic infuser, which is this guy. And we'll need 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, another basic machine frame. So we'll need that. There we go. And then a leadstone energy thing. Let's do, lead block. Oh, come on. Pick up the thing. There we go. A leadstone energy cell frame, and then finally, we've got ourselves the induction smelter and the energetic infuser, both of which are obviously quite useful. So we're going to put these, tell you what, let's do this. Let's put a hardened flux duct here, and then we'll put 1 here, and 1 here, and we'll tell this thing to also output to the top. And these should start filling up relatively quickly. And then we just need to provide these with a charge. Now, there's a few other things that I want to make, but let's do this right here real quick. Start turning that into the bronze armor plating. And then I think we just combine that, right? No? No. At simply jetpacks. Yeah. Oh, unless it's I think it's a shaped crafting recipe and it has to go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now it gives me armor when I put the thing on. And we do need to charge this thing in a bad way. Otherwise, it's going to be, kind of useless if I can't actually fly around with it. But the reason that I want this thing is so I can go into the Nether and fly around the Nether. It'll make getting around in the Nether much, much, much easier. Let's see, how much does this hold? 2 million? 2 million. Let's fill up our redstone flux capacitor a bit as well. It's not gonna, I'm not planning on filling it up all the way, just because I don't have that much energy and I don't feel like sitting here forever waiting for it to be done. But I want to at least get another charge or two in here. So once it hits maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 million RF, 2 million, somewhere in there, I'll go ahead and I'll swap it out. And then I'm going to head into the Nether and see if I can get my hands on some new materials for our Tinker's stuff. So yeah, let me work on that, and then I'll come back. Alright guys, I am back, and one thing I will say about having the jetpack, man does it make getting around the Nether and getting these ores a million times easier. Like, it's just so much easier, so much less painful. So yeah, good stuff. Let's, cobalt. I did mention a couple episodes that I have the mod Nether ores installed in here, which makes the pigmen mad if you mine any ores in the Nether, but then also adds a whole bunch of ores in the Nether. That was incorrect. That is not true. I misspoke. I was thinking of Expedition, another mod pack that I've created. That one has Nether ores. DesignTech does not. So that was a misstatement on my part, and if it confused any of you, I apologize for that, because it was not accurate. But yeah, let's take a look and just see how we doing. We've got 7 cobalt and 2 ardite, and I've only been in here for a little while. So I'm going to keep looking around, see what I can come up with, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I am back. For some reason my Nether portal is suddenly not working. It's a little weird. It worked all the previous times I've used it. I don't know why it's suddenly desynced now. But, okay. Little weird. Let me just gather up the obsidian and make my way back home. Alright guys, I am back. So, we did alright. We did pretty good. I got 15 cobalt and 10 ardite, which is pretty good. I'm quite happy with those results. Let's put that in there as well. And then we'll do some of this stuff too. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a new hammer head, at least. You can swap out parts. I'm kind of leaning towards just making an entirely new hammer, to be completely honest. Let's just do this, and we're going to go cobalt. There are better materials to use, but for now, we'll just stick with the classics, and we'll go cobalt. That will be more than sufficient. There's a point where it really doesn't matter. I mean, you're so... Oh, speaking of which... is this on? No, neither of those are. Also, my jetpack sound stopped working for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but for whatever reason, my jetpack sound has decided that it's just not gonna do its thing anymore. Hi, zombie. Go, yeah, no. Now I'm on fire. Of course I am. Anyway, so this cobalt should be done. There we go. And let's go ahead and make ourselves a cobalt hammerhead. And then I think I'm gonna go 4 ardite, so I can make an ardite plate cast, like so. As soon as that's done. And then the rest of these I'll make out of paper. And it's going to give it super low durability. and some useful abilities. It'll be a super fast pick, which is going to be awesome. So let's grab this. Let's just turn all of this into paper, honestly. I need the paper more than I need anything else. We'll just go boom, like so. And then in here, part builder, I want... Oh, can I not do that? I thought I could. Can I not? Oh, well, there goes that idea. Okay, let me look at a few things. You know what the best part of making your own mod pack is? If you don't like the way something works, you can change it. Haha! Much easier this way. There we go. So we'll make those tool parts right there out of paper, and then we'll grab our cobalt hammerhead and our ardite plate, and I'll make myself a new hammer. So it'll be cobalt, paper, and ardite. Mining speed of only 3.2. That's okay, though. That'll increase pretty significantly once I actually, once the durability gets down pretty far. So, I'm going to take that thing, I'm going to go mining, and because it has stone bound, the lower the durability gets, the faster it will mine. So, let me go and take this thing mining, and then I'll come back. Alright guys, I am back, and the hammer is down to basically no durability, which is exactly what I want. So, let's head back to the surface and make some modifications to it. Alright guys, I am back. So, we've got ourselves a brand new 4 million RF flux capacitor, which is awesome. We are going to put that onto this guy, and actually, before I do that, let's just double check and make sure the durability is... It's 8. So, let's actually tweak that a little bit. Let's go let's actually go outside for this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to break that. And then let's check and see. What are we at now? We are now at 3. So we'll break that. I want to make sure that it's actually at 1. So we can get the maximum bonus possible. It's now at 2. Break that. And... oh, that's my pulverizer. There we go. Durability of 1. Fantastic. Okay, now we'll go ahead and apply the flux modifier to it. And I'm going to throw that into this energetic infuser to start filling it up with flux. Now, because the actual durability is still only 1, this thing should continue to receive the Stonebound bonus, but it's going to use RF for durability instead, which means it's going to be a pretty awesome hammer. It also has a ton of extra modifier slots, one of which I'm going to use for this lava crystal, and another one of which I'm going to use for a bunch of lapis, so we can essentially get fortune on it. And those two go very well together with the auto smelt and then the lapis, because they'll do some interesting things as well. So let's see, that's up over 1 million. I think that's good enough for now. We can worry about other parts of it later. So there we go. That gives it auto smelt. And then we want to put all the lapis on this thing. I don't have nearly enough lapis. You need 450 lapis to max out the luck, but it's a good start. We'll get there, and it now has essentially some... I think this is like the equivalent of like Fortune 1, so it's not bad. And then the last couple modifiers, we'll just use redstone to further increase the mining speed. Right now our mining speed is 5. There we go, is 5.94. There we go, we're up to 7.24. And that'll get us up a little higher. And then last but not least, we'll go up here as well. That gets us up to a mining speed of just over 10, which isn't bad. And I will have more modifiers available to me down the road to kind of put that into perspective, our current hammer, this one that it has 3 haste, is at 10.8, and that thing's pretty good. But this is a much better hammer overall. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Now, let's see if we can test this thing out. Let's drain this power back in there and see. I should probably let this thing charge, actually, for a little while. I'll wait till this energy cell is completely depleted, and then we're going to try and take it mining, because this is one of the big steps for getting a big reactor, believe it or not. One of the things you need for a big reactor is graphite, and you get graphite by smelting coal, which I could do. I could just throw it in a smelter. But that's so tedious and boring and not fun. So instead, we're going to make a hammer that will smelt all the coal for us. That's basically the plan. Okay, this thing is now over 2 million RF. That's a lot of RF. Let's go give this thing a try. Let's try it out. And let's actually harvest all this wheat too, so that can start growing again, because food is a thing. Okay. We'll put that in here. Actually, we should probably start cooking that back into bread. All right, let's give this thing a go and see what we think. I need to find a coal vein down here. Nothing there. Aha! I see coal. Okay, so let's break this. We've got 1 coal here, and I'm sitting on... Okay, so that's giving me... that's not bad. That's actually not bad, considering it's not maxed out with the fortune. So I'll take it. And that's just going to make getting... Why are only some of them smelting? That's kind of weird. Oh, I bet I know why. Because the dense ore veins just return dense ore. Ah, interesting. I learned something new today. Anyway, so we've already got ourselves 23 graphite. That's a decent start. I'm going to need a lot more than that, though, for a big reactor. So I think what I'm going to do is... Hello, creeper. Hi. You stay away. I mean, it's my mines, so if he explodes, I really don't care that much, because it's just my mines. But turning that corner and seeing a creeper was not exactly what I had been expecting, to say the least. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is, between episodes, I'm going to do some mining. I'm going to get a ton of graphite for our big reactor. And next episode, we'll build ourselves a big reactor. Also, for those of you who want to see more building in this series and less tech, don't worry, my friends, that is coming soon. I just kind of want to get established a little bit, get some basic stuff out of the way, so that we can build to our heart's content. Essentially, when it comes to this mod pack, my goal is pretty much to give ourselves so much stuff and resources that we essentially have the equivalent of creative mode. It won't actually be creative at any point, but once you get to a certain point in modded, once you get far enough into a mod pack, if you really commit the time to it, which I fully intend to in this case, you can get a lot. I mean, you can get some pretty crazy resources and even abilities. You know, we'll eventually get the Angel Ring, which will allow us to fly as if we were in creative mode. There's all sorts of stuff like that. So don't worry if you're waiting for building. That will be coming relatively soon. In fact, I think our house is probably due for some renovations here pretty soon, I think. It's getting to be about that time where I'm going to need to start building some things. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.